Yo, what's up, guys? Luis Garcia of Garcia Effect, and today we are going to talk about posture. Now, I know everybody wants to talk about building muscle and enhancing performance, but you cannot do those things with bad posture. You cannot build the proper strength without first fixing your posture, because this could bring up long-term problems over time, all right? So I'm going to show you guys how to solve that. I'm going to tell you guys the 4 most common problems with posture, and I'm going to give you guys a quick way that you can fix each one, all right? So let's talk about them. The first one is kyphosis of the thoracic spine. That's this hunchback that you see a lot of times with people that sit for a long time on a desk or in front of a computer. The next one that you usually see with this kyphosis is rounded shoulders, all right? That's because a lot of the structures in the front of our body are really, really tight, pulling those shoulders forward. And like I mentioned, you see it a lot with the kyphosis as well. Once the spine starts going, the shoulders just can't help but follow. The third one is the forward neck, okay? Oh, we call it nerd neck a lot of times in sports medicine too. So that's my head coming forward, okay? A lot of weakness of the muscles that are supposed to stabilize your head there, all right? So, and again, that's another problem that happens with people that are on a computer a lot. So you're on a computer a lot, your spine starts curving, your shoulders start rounding forward, your head starts coming forward, and nowadays, you know, everybody's on their phone, everybody's always looking at some kind of screen, so we're seeing these problems arise more and more. And the last one, okay, I call it hidden ass syndrome, is a posterior pelvic tilt. Okay, that is my butt. You see how as I do this, my butt kind of, so from this position, you can see my ass. When I come into this posterior pelvic tilt, my ass kind of goes away. So the problems: kyphosis, rounded shoulders, nerd neck, and then this posterior pelvic tilt all together. And you see me being in this position right here. So for thoracic kyphosis, the first thing we gotta do is mobilize the thoracic spine. This one you can do easily from home, and all you're gonna need is a broomstick, all right? So I'm gonna lay flat on my stomach, and I'll grab a wide grip on this broomstick. Now I'm gonna rotate to one side, digging the broomstick into the floor, keeping my pelvis and hips down on the ground, and extending back. I'll hold this for about 5 seconds, and then I can go to the other side. Again, wide grip, rotate, and then extend back also. I'm not just spinning, guys. I'm also extending, getting my chest off the ground as well. Second one we talked about is the rounded shoulders. Usually that is because we have all of these anterior structures very, very tight, because everybody likes to do push days, right? Everyone loves to work out shoulders. Everybody likes to do chest. We're always pushing in front of us. We don't do enough back or enough pulling. So these structures get very strong but very tight. And then the structures that pull our shoulders back, which is these back muscles right here, right? They're weak. So they're not doing their job, which is keeping our shoulders back. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna get a band. You're gonna tie it basically to anything. I tied it to this wooden post right here. Now with this band, we're gonna do face pulls, all right? Now when I do my face pulls, I wanna exaggerate my chest out. And now with this band, I'm pulling it between my eyes, keeping my elbows high the entire time. So chest out, I'm pulling high, keeping my elbows up, and I'm gonna squeeze and pause for a second as I bring it in, okay? It's about quality reps here, guys. I'd rather you get 2 good reps than 10 crappy reps. That's not what's gonna get your posture better here, okay? So again, elbows high, I'm pulling towards my face, pausing for 1 to 2 seconds, keeping that chest out the entire time. The next one we're gonna work on is that nerd neck, or this constant forward head type of movement. Now, we need to get our body used to being in the correct positions. So for this one, we're gonna use a ball to help us. What we're gonna do with this ball is we're gonna stick it in our neck, and we're gonna press down on it with our chin, okay? I'm gonna lay down on a bench or any kind of box you can kind of find to lay on. While maintaining pressure down on this ball, I'm gonna put my neck into extension. So I use the ball because I don't just wanna put my head back like this, right? And that don't happen if the ball's not there. So ball right in my neck, press down on it with your chin, and then you're gonna go into cervical extension. As your chin is down, you're pushing your head back and then forward. Back and then forward. Maintaining pressure on that ball the entire time. The second thing we're gonna do for that nerd neck is we're gonna stretch our anterior scalenes, okay? So to do that, so if I'm stretching the left side, all right, I'm gonna look to my right, and then I'm gonna lean back and towards the back of my shoulder right here. While looking away, I can even put pressure with my hand, and you should feel a stretch coming down the front of your neck right here. That's your anterior scalene. If I wanted to stretch this side, I'll look to my left, and again, extending the neck back as well. Now for the hidden ass or that posterior pelvic tilt. So why do we usually get that? We need to understand that the hamstrings, they come up and they attach at the hips. So my hamstrings get tight and they shorten, pulling my hips down into this posterior pelvic tilt. So a lot of times you can actually fix this by attacking the hamstrings. But I'm gonna teach you guys the proper way to do it. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna elevate my toe, okay? And then I'm gonna put my hips into an anterior pelvic tilt. This twerking type of motion is what I tell my athletes, where you're popping your butt back and up, okay? Anteriorly rotating the hips. From this position, you should already feel a stretch in the hamstrings. I haven't even bent over at all yet. So, toe elevated, anterior pelvic tilt where I'm popping the butt up. With both hands, I'm gonna reach down, and that's all I need to reach. I should not even get closer than that. Anterior tilt, both hands, reaching, and I can already feel my hamstrings isolated. And we'll hold that stretch. And by the concept there is by loosening up the hamstrings, it'll stop pulling on them, and it'll make those hips neutral. All right, guys, now just how you didn't get bad posture overnight, you're not gonna fix your posture overnight. These are things that you need to be dedicated to, and then over time, you'll slowly start seeing the benefits in your posture, and then you can turn that into permanent change, okay? If you like the content in this video, guys, or if you found this video helpful, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and also in the comments, let me know anything else you would like for me to cover in my videos. Also, for training, nutrition, and rehab programs, head over to GarciaEffectOfficial.com and get all of those programs backed by science and by research, all right? We'll see you guys soon. #GarciaEffect.